Okay, so does anybody disagree or agree with what Tom says? The bullying's important, so we might want to get it in.
I mainly more agree with Beth. We've used it too much.
Yeah, it's a bit overdone. Okay, George, what do you think?
Yeah, it's kind of more popular with the bullying thing. Anyway, so
Jeff, have you got anything you want to add?
Could use the bullying thing, but if it's only been overused, it's good to use different too.
It is good to use different too. I think also there's a danger with trying to get everything in, and if you try and get everything in, then you weaken what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't think we should do it. I think
No,
it's
well, yeah,
something that
you
can
could.
be done.
Yeah, it can. Okay, so let's have a quick vote then. Who thinks we should take the bullying out of the mix?
yes.
Good. Okay, excellent. Thank you. That's everybody. All right. George, have you got anything more on your list that you think we should take it out?
I was thinking of taking out drugs, but I kind
What,
of thought
Beth's
about
drugs
it
one?
really. But
Okay.
when you do drugs and it's good. Those sort of drugs could have like a side effects of making like a person more angrier.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, we could use that so it can connect together.
Because you think there's a connection between the drugs and people's behaviour.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom.
I think, like the drug topic, I think it is a serious thing, but people who do that, they know what they're doing, and it's their fault or decision.
Yeah.
I don't think we could probably put on something better than doing about drugs.
So do you think that might affect perhaps the audience's level of sympathy with the
Yeah, they won't.
homeless characters?
Yeah, they
Is
don't.
that what you're saying?
They might just think, "Oh, I don't do drugs. I'm not gonna bother."
Okay.
Or something like that.
That's quite interesting, boss.
See, it could make obviously the audience's sympathy go down a bit. Then it could also raise awareness to maybe the younger people, saying, well, if you get into drugs, you're going to be wasting your money.
No, you don't know how it's going to affect you.
And yeah, you're going to be wasting your money, and all of a sudden it'll be all gone, and you'll be end up on the streets.
Or it could probably kill you.
It could kill you, yeah.
But that's
Okay.
not the whole thing of if it doesn't kill you,
Yeah.
you've just like lost
What if you do
your
your
hope and stuff. Yeah, no, I'm
But
not
are
saying
we-
about
I'm
the fact that
saying
you're
that
ruining your life
It's
by
ruining your
wasting
life.
money and putting yourself into a state.
But are
It's-
we
It not necessarily kill you.
in danger again of diluting the actual subject of homelessness by bringing another topic in?
it's a way of showing what could lead. It's another thing that could show leading up to homelessness.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
going off the subject of homelessness. It's
No.
just showing one of the ways that could cause it. It's another
Okay.
cause.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Another reason? Any other reasons we can think of to either say, yeah, we should keep it? Because I think we heard some good arguments in terms of we should keep it. I think we've heard some interesting ideas about why we should get rid of it. Yeah.
Both the scenes with Georgie and Beth, the ones they're starting out with, Georgie's starting out with someone getting fired from a job because they're continually late and quite rude, and Beth's is throwing her son out for stealing from her and he smashes the window.
Yeah.
I think both of those lend to this guy's probably late because he's using drugs and
It might be.
a bit like it. And then why is Beth's son stealing the money? What's
Yeah.
he using it for? So there is a
There are
a
ways
place.
to connect it in.
Yeah.
However, again, it might take away from the actual topic. But anything else? Anybody got any other thoughts on that? I mean, I've got a question I do want to ask before we do have a vote. But yeah, go.
It's not just like Beth's, or it's pretty much everyone's piece. Like the monologues there's always a sort of starting bit to it. There's a sort of cause to effect in a way. We need to like sort of figure out, sort of speaking of every piece in general, but pretty much everyone's piece is a cause to effect sort of scenario.
Mm.
And we've got to find the ones that are more important. I mean, with like say Beth's one, that's drug use that leads to it, anger, and obviously tardiness. But then there's like my one, which I think is probably the least important in cause to effect, because that's just plain stupidity.
Yeah.
Whereas other ones are serious issues that need to be dealt with
I think
in society today. So it's that sort of
Well, I
thing.
mean, I think, yours is an important issue as well because it's about waste and it's about what we want, an instant satisfaction rather than thinking ahead. But I do agree with you. I think that's quite interesting about whether the piece is about how people become homeless, or whether it's about the issues faced by people who are homeless. Could be a bit of both. That's okay. All right. The question I want to ask before we have a vote on the drugs scene. Okay. Chris, you say you're going to send me. Sorry.
He's got to see how many items.
Okay. Oh, is his pad? Okay, it's fine. Don't worry. Sorry about that interruption. The question I want to ask you is, when we're doing the drugs thing, if we were to bring the drugs in, disagree with Beth and bring that back in, if we were going to do that, do we know enough about the subject to do it justice?
No.
You think no? Okay, why do you think not then, Tom?
Well, when we've been doing tableaus and monologues, it's been on
Sorry, I'm just going to send some letters back.
No, it's fine.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Well,
if we're out like going homeless and is it yours about like spending money, mine's about losing fat mate. No one's actually done anything on drugs. It's
No.
been like mental health and stuff like that.
Okay, so you think that's also might be true about a bit of other things as well. So what could we do, if we were going to bring the drugs one back in, what could we do to make sure that we know enough about it? Yeah, we're going to have to do a bit of research, are we? Yeah? So we have to do a bit. Well, yeah, but research is fun.
Yeah.
But it's just how you do it. I'll talk to you about that in a second. Yeah, Ross.
To make it interesting, if say Beth did her drugs monologue thing, and at the end say statistics, like say
You could
this amount
include
percent of
statistics.
say Essex is homeless due to drugs, or blah 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 blah, and sort of stuff like that.
Good. That makes the piece a little bit more like an educational piece, doesn't it? So we need to think about whether that's the road we want to go down, whether we want to or not. Okay, so let's have our vote on whether we include the drug scene or not. Beth, this is the post-traumatic stress disorder veteran who has turned to drugs as a way to
Don't forget to take
kind of forget all the horrors and things that he or she has had to face. Okay, so who thinks that we should take the drugs scene, the post-traumatic stress disorder scene out? And who thinks we should leave it in? Okay, so that stays in. So we need to change that from a yes, from a no to a yes, don't we? You do that? Okay. Right.